You don't have a focus problem. You have a dopamine problem. Your brain is trained to quit when things get boring. In a world built to keep your attention, focus has become a rare skill. Most people are not losing motivation, they are losing control of their dopamine. Every notification, short video, and endless scroll trains your brain to expect constant stimulation. When the brain gets used to easy rewards, normal work starts to feel boring, slow, and painful. This is why people sit in front of their goals but still cannot start. Dopamine detoxing is not about removing pleasure from life. It is about resetting your brain so effort feels normal again. Right now, most people wake up and check their phone before their feet touch the floor. That small habit tells the brain that stimulation comes first and responsibility comes later. Over time, this weakens discipline without people realizing it. Dopamine detoxing means removing the constant noise long enough for your brain to calm down. No music while working. No phone every 5 minutes. No switching between apps when something feels difficult. At first, this feels uncomfortable. Your mind will look for something easier. That reaction shows how dependent you have become on fast rewards. Most people quit here because they think the discomfort means the method is not working. In reality, the discomfort is the reset. When you stay with one task without escape, the brain slowly adjusts. Simple work becomes easier to start. Long tasks stop feeling impossible. You begin to notice how much time you used to waste chasing small hits of entertainment. Dopamine detoxing does not make you superhuman. It makes you normal again. The ability to sit down, focus, and finish what you started used to be standard. Now it feels rare because the modern world profits from distraction. Social platforms, streaming services, and constant updates are designed to keep you reacting, not thinking. When you reduce stimulation, you take back control of your attention. When attention comes back, discipline becomes possible again. You stop waiting to feel motivated. You start working because it needs to be done. This is the real purpose of dopamine detoxing. Not comfort, not trends. Control over your own mind. The people who can sit in silence, do hard work, and ignore constant stimulation will always have an advantage. Not because they are smarter, but because they are not controlled by every distraction around them. In a distracted world, focus becomes power, and power belongs to the person who can control what they pay attention to every single day without needing constant stimulation to feel okay with doing what must be done, even when it feels slow, boring, repetitive, and difficult. Because that is where real progress actually starts, and where most people decide to escape instead of staying long enough to build the focus they keep saying they want but rarely train their mind to keep when the world offers easier options. Every minute of the day without stopping to ask what this habit is slowly doing to their ability to stay locked on one thing, fully focused. The hardest part of dopamine detoxing is not removing distractions. The hardest part is facing how uncomfortable your mind feels without them. Most people believe they cannot focus because they are lazy or unmotivated. In reality, their brain has been trained to expect stimulation every few seconds. When that stimulation disappears, the mind starts to feel restless, irritated, and tired. This is not weakness. This is withdrawal from constant dopamine spikes. When you stop checking your phone every minute, your brain does not know what to do with the silence. When you sit with one task for a long time, your mind starts looking for an exit. You suddenly feel hungry, bored, or curious about something that was not important before. This reaction is automatic. Your brain wants the easier reward. Dopamine detoxing works when you refuse to escape during that moment. Instead of switching tasks, you stay. Instead of opening another app, you continue working. Instead of looking for entertainment, you let the discomfort exist. This is where discipline is built. Not when work feels good, but when work feels slow and you still continue. Most people never reach this point because they think focus should feel natural. It does not feel natural anymore because the modern environment trained the brain differently. Every short video, every notification, every quick reward teaches the brain to avoid effort. Over time, the brain stops tolerating boredom. The problem is that every meaningful goal requires long periods of boring work. Studying is boring. Training is repetitive. Building a business is slow. Learning a skill takes time. If your brain cannot stay in boring moments, you will quit before results appear. Dopamine detoxing rebuilds the ability to stay. When you reduce stimulation for a few days, you begin to notice small changes. Tasks that felt impossible become manageable. You start finishing things without checking your phone every few minutes. Your thoughts become quieter. You feel less rushed even when you are busy. This is not magic. This is the brain returning to a normal level of stimulation. Many people try detoxing for one day and expect a complete change. That is not how the mind works. Years of constant stimulation cannot be fixed in one afternoon. Consistency is what resets the brain. Limiting social media every day. Working without music sometimes. Sitting in silence without reaching for the phone. These small actions rebuild mental control slowly. The goal is not to remove all pleasure. The goal is to stop needing pleasure every minute. When your brain no longer depends on constant reward, you can work longer, think clearer, and stay focused even when nothing feels exciting. That ability separates people who talk about goals from people who actually reach them because they can. Continue working when the task is repetitive, slow, quiet, and uncomfortable without needing something to entertain them every few minutes. Just to keep going, and that is the difference between temporary motivation and real discipline that stays even when nothing around you is. Designed to keep your attention. Dopamine detoxing is not a trend, and it is not something you do once and forget. It is a habit of protecting your attention every day. The real lesson most people learn too late is that the world will always try to take your focus because your focus has value. Every app, every platform, and every piece of content is competing for the same thing, your attention. If you do not decide where your attention goes, something else will decide for you. This is why discipline today is less about working harder and more about controlling what you allow into your mind. Dopamine detoxing teaches you to notice how often you reach for stimulation without thinking. You check your phone without reason. You open another tab without purpose. You look for entertainment when the work becomes difficult. These small actions seem harmless, but they slowly destroy your ability to stay locked on one thing. The people who succeed are not always the most talented. They are the ones who can stay focused longer than others without needing constant reward. When you practice reducing stimulation, you start to understand how much power comes from simple control. Waking up without checking your phone. Working without background noise sometimes. Finishing a task before looking for entertainment. These are small decisions, but they rebuild mental strength. Another lesson is that boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the space where focus grows. When your brain is not flooded with dopamine, it starts looking for something meaningful to do. This is why many people get their best ideas when they are walking, sitting quietly, or working without distractions. The mind needs silence to think clearly. If you never allow silence, you never see how strong your focus can become. The goal is not to live without technology. The goal is to stop being controlled by it. You can use social media, watch videos, and relax, but it should be your choice, not your habit. When you control stimulation, you control your time. When you control your time, you control your progress. This is the real advantage of dopamine detoxing. Not motivation, not hype, but the ability to stay consistent when things feel slow. Before you finish this video, remember this lesson. Focus is not something you find. Focus is something you train by refusing to escape every time your mind gets uncomfortable. If you can do that, you already have an advantage most people never build. And if you want more serious content about discipline, focus, and controlling your mind in a distracted world, follow this channel, because the people who keep learning how to control their attention are the ones who keep moving forward while everyone else keeps starting over again and again without understanding why they cannot stay focused long enough to reach the results they say they want, but never train themselves to earn. Before you leave this video, remember this lesson. Your focus will not come back by accident. It comes back when you stop giving your attention to everything that does not matter. Every time you choose silence instead of noise. Every time you finish work before opening your phone. Every time you stay with a hard task instead of escaping. You train your mind to become stronger than your habits. Most people keep saying they want success, but they never learn to control the one thing success requires the most attention. If you can control your attention, you can control your time. If you control your time, you control your future. Stay disciplined. Stay aware. Protect your focus every day. Subscribe to this channel for more serious content about discipline, mindset, focus, and self-control in a distracted world.